We're all glad you made it.
Stop it. You're gonna make me blush. But thank you.
No one messes with you.
I knew it was too quiet. Where's Taylor?
Yikes. Ooh.
Tell me.
I'll tell you when we're safely away from here. Right now, our priority is getting you safe.
Oh, whoops.
Let's go.
Can we pick it up? Or leave? I'll leave.
We've come across more of those things since you left us.
One of those fucking things took Taylor. There was nothing we could do.
The thing that chased after me was horrendous.
It honestly
now
seems
you're telling me
like,
there's more of them?
It's
What in
more
God's name are
forgiving
they?
for the characters
You okay
I
with
picked
that, your
because I'm the
glasses?
primary controller.
I most certainly
but for
am.
some reason,
there is plenty
it's
here
still,
I don't want to see.
Like if we go to settings, gameplay, yeah, it's on forgiving, so it shouldn't be that difficult to like, you know.
So I'm just really bad at it.
No, I don't think that, because you would still have more time. It's like going way quicker.
Yeah.
You lost your glasses, but not your sense of humor. Good.
Fuck. Something is following us.
Just gotta keep moving.
It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you. Not by angels or by demons. Heaven or hell. Perhaps you've started to realize something. Everything and everyone may not be quite what they appear to be. 3 executions, 3 tormented beings, and Taylor's is the only soul lost so far. Any thoughts on what might be around the corner, hidden by the fog? Something wicked this way comes.
This may sound crazy, but what if saving our doubles from execution is how we save ourselves?
I was only hunted after my double was killed.
This isn't the final house that I thought it was, but then what is this place?
You haven't been here?
I have, but it's not the place I thought it was.
Fireflies. That's what's causing the glow. Looks kind of beautiful, don't you think?
Kind of weird looking.
So what I learned is if we make our house out of home, we could just repair it.
No, this cannot be. My own eyes deceive me.
But I guess all houses are made out of wood, aren't they?
My apologies for the lateness of the hour, but I must speak with you.
What ails you, my friend?
It is Mary.
I'd say most are.
I'm
Most
troubled
have
by her.
wood structures,
By
but
the part she has
there's
played
some
in these
houses were
trials.
made just out of
Those
metal
trials
and
trouble us all.
brick
There is
and
more
stuff.
to this. I saw her smile
Brick houses,
as her own
they
sister
can't
was
burn down
executed.
because they're brick. You can't.
She
melt
took pleasure
a
from
brick.
it.
Are you certain?
You can, but it just
I
needs to
am.
be really, really hot.
But now
So
when
like
she
a
speaks
house
of guilt and
explosion,
remorse,
you leave it undamaged.
it is hard not to believe her.
No, I think it would be damaged. It just
Keep
might
away
not
from
be
her, Abraham.
completely
No
destroyed.
good can come from being with that child.
Too late.
To a wooden house.
With her brother and sister gone,
Damages.
Mary now lives under my roof.
Your charity places you in grave danger.
What do you
Like,
advise?
it depends whether you're.
Tell the court you
Like,
saw
if
the
you
angels
throw a
with us.
brick in lava, it's
But
gonna
you saw her
burn out
delight in her own
like
sister's
a
death.
little bit
I
of
applaud you.
flames, I doubt it'd be
I'm torn.
untouched.
No.
Or
Mary
maybe
seems
the,
full of
it's
remorse.
also
Suspicions to
bricks
yourself,
would
and it's our
break,
community which will
but more
suffer.
that the flame would
None of
simply
us is safe
heat
from
up or
wild
melt the
imaginings.
concrete to make them loose and then tumble down
well.
like a Jenga tower.
If the court will listen, I will speak. I am bewitched.
You're not bewitched.
How else can your presence be explained?
I can't explain this, but you're not.
She has conjured you to defend her. To press me into silence. Only the devil could create a demon who so resembles me.
I'm not a demon. But we do look alike, which I agree is pretty damn weird.
So,
What do you want from me?
so I was
I want
somewhat
to know what you're
right
going to
that,
say to the court.
this dude
About Mary.
I was
is
decided to speak
supposed
to
to
the
be
cause.
my doppelganger.
Now I am not so sure.
No,
I know how
Abraham,
this
I was
must look,
thinking of the
but you
other
have
dude,
to
my
speak
bad.
out.
Yeah.
Tell everyone what the girl did. Like your friend is telling you to.
The devil has sent you to tempt me. I must not succumb. Little Hope is no longer the town I knew. Strange and disturbing events have become commonplace. You, whatever you are,
Yeah, I thought
Ah,
this
but one
was
of these.
cover.
revealing the truth about Mary may save my friend, but it does not sit easily with me that in doing so I condemn a child.
Putting it
So I
all
guess
on a kid
this
isn't
makes
right.
sense,
The priest is the
because
one driving this whole
I
thing.
thought he
That's
was
way
the
off.
priest.
We gotta stop the kid.
So it's like,
No other
you
way
gotta
to do
speak
this.
out against the priest.
Reverend
You gotta
Carver is
speak
a
out
man
against
guided
yourself.
by
You're
God.
the evil one.
No one can doubt that.
Makes sense. I still like.
Bad
I
move there,
genuinely
man.
believe that
Standing up for the
Andrew
kid is
here-
probably gonna do us
does
all
he
in.
not look
I hope
like
you're
Sid
wrong.
from Toy Story?
For all our
He
sakes.
does, yeah.
Like I was thinking of young
happened?
Andy, but I guess like
You get a chance
Sid
to
also
confront
worked.
Mary? No. We never even saw her. Fuck.
Very similar shape, face.
Have you heard the theory that Sid was actually, you know, when the toys in
Let's
Toy
check
Story
that
3
out.
was almost thrown
It'll get us
out?
out of these damn woods. and we
The
can
guy
talk on the way.
that came to collect them. The theory is that garbage man was Sid
Oh, really?
because he he was
Not sure I
wearing
want
the
the
same
answer.
skull T-shirt
What
as
did you
he
two
did
see
as a
back
kid.
there?
Oh, right.
We met up with Andrew's double,
And like
Abraham.
at the
He was
end
thinking
of the
about
film,
testifying
right?
against Mary.
It's like,
But
oh,
good boy
you know,
Andrew talked him out of it.
That was a
you know,
smart
my
move.
sister
Are
or
you
whatever,
fucking kidding me?
you know, used to have dolls, and that he, you know, collects stray toys,
Yeah.
because he would torment his sister by disfiguring them, right? But what I don't understand, right, is like they're like, you know, yo, don't mess with toys, or
Whenever we
you know,
saw
we'll come
back
back
there,
for
we
you,
thought
right?
we saw.
But then
We're still in grave danger.
at the end of like Toy Story 3, clearly it's like toys almost
The
like
only way out of this freaking
strapped to the
nightmare
front of
is to
the,
stop
like, car
Mary,
like that.
stop
Mhm.
her lying.
You
It
had
feels
a
like he
chance to
didn't
get
really
Mary
learn his
exposed for what
lesson.
she is.
Yeah.
A
Or
liar
you simply
and a fake.
repress that memory.
Put her in the
and
dock
is,
for a change.
You know, probably
Why didn't you take it?
better doing that than going to therapy.
We don't know for
Like,
sure
my
that
toys
stopping
are
Mary
alive.
will help us out.
They attacked me.
It's just a theory. It may only be a theory,
Other
but right
toys
now it's
here
all we've
with you
got.
right
This
now.
is a
Yeah,
one-shot
the toys in
deal.
the room.
We get it wrong, and there's no replay. It's game over, so I'm up for doing
It's
whatever
just
it
like a waste
takes.
of money, 'cause,
Come
like,
on.
who would
Let's
like?
take a look.
You would think it would be a child's imagination, but like as he grows up and is persistent, how would you respond? Like,
Mm.
I tortured some toys and they came to get me. Yeah, so like you don't have to worry about failing because they give you multiple chances.
Mhm. she found something.
Nope.
But I might.
Check this out.
I doubt that. Mostly because, like, I've played multiple playthroughs trying to find everything, and what I haven't found is what I haven't found. So you, as someone who hasn't played this game before,
I don't think he
finding
gets how
something
bad a
new
mess
is
we're in.
very unlikely.
Come on,
is all I'm
inside.
True. I didn't meant new to you, I just meant new to me.
saying.
Well, no one's been here for a long time. Now is my time to speak before the judge. I am filled with dread. I cannot know how my testimony will be received. The devil has blinded so many to what is real and what is not.
Nothing good will come of this.
His words will seek to twist the truth.
Yes, and that's
Allow
how
me
that-
to judge what is true.
Abraham and Joseph are allies in this deception.
But you see how their hair
And lest
is
we forget,
kind of the
you
same.
condemned Joseph to death
Yeah.
only yesterday. Or do you now question that decision?
Just at a time when
I have heard nothing today to
Just
sway
like
my
the same.
conviction.
Okay.
Joseph consorted with the same malicious force as his wife. For
It's
this,
really
the court
strange
thanks
that
Reverend Carver,
he
who
is
faced the
also
devil's
someone
wrath
that
to
was
present
from
the
start of
evidence.
the game, but
It
it
is only my
doesn't
duty, Judge.
clarify of
However,
what
this
his
court is
importance
duty bound
is.
by law to seek out the
the
truth.
judge.
We must therefore examine these
I
claims
have
made by
a
Abraham against
theory
Mary.
on.
If I
I
may
have a
speak
theory,
briefly,
but it's
Judge
very
Martin.
Time
loosely,
is short,
like just
Reverend. Be indeed
speculations
brief.
of
Mary
like
has shown
his.
great fortitude to speak out against the evil here.
When you were playing
Many
as,
would have
like
lacked her
another
courage.
character at the start of the game with
Yet
the
her
whole
reward
house
for
fire and
exposing
stuff,
this brooding
Yeah.
coven in our midst is to be
it's like you were
besmirched.
just on your
Courage is not
knees
in question.
and like watching it burn,
As her
and then
intent,
you
you must be
realize,
certain of.
like in your hand, you had the
Her
matches.
accuser is the very man entrusted to care for this
the
innocent child.
present version of him
Plain
is
to
like,
see
what have
he
you
is not
done?
fit for such a task.
And then you go
And I would
to
ask
run
the
into
court
the
to have
fire, but
Mary
it
placed
blasts you
elsewhere.
back, like, you
Who
know?
would you have be her new ward, Reverend?
And so I think,
I am prepared to take responsibility
yeah,
for the child.
again, I don't, but it's
If the court
just a
agrees.
theory, right? That,
First,
like,
the court must hear what Abraham
the
has to say. No
judgmental
decision
of
can
that
be made on the child
person.
until then.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
The judgmental of that person is, that's the manifestation of why he's the judge here.
Mm-hmm.
He is the judgment of your
What am I
actions.
to do? Some would have me speak out against Mary, but could a child
But
truly
again,
be
that was a
capable of
completely
such
different
evil?
character, so I don't know what has anything to do with Andrew.
This is tough. I get that. Would be for anyone. Mary is just a kid.
Tell the court what you have come here to say. Speak up, boy. Out with it!
Mary has spoken of evil spirits, devilry and witchcraft. Things many cannot believe could exist here in
I'm not
Little
here
Hope.
for history and hearsay. Get to the point, boy.
Mary is tormented. The apparitions she has seen, they have plagued her, stolen her innocence. Some suggest she is in league with these creatures, but no one can be certain. Myself least of all. Can any of us truly know a child's mind?
You claim I lack the ability to see the truth.
I beg forgiveness. I would never suggest
Those
such a
are
thing.
like
My time
that was
is
a
not for
manga
wasting. You and the priest
story
have
I
left me
heard
enough for
about.
one
Where it was
day.
like in YouTube
I have
shorts.
more
That
to
sounds
say.
I
really
have already given
interesting.
you enough
Yeah.
time.
And it's about this
Furthermore,
struggling
Mary
married
is to be
couple,
placed
right?
into the care of
that
Reverend
knew each
Carver.
other
Now
since high
stand
school,
down.
and they loved each other, but are slowly falling apart, right? And basically, it's like, you know, they're going through divorce and whatnot, and a truck is at some point a truck is approaching them, right?
Yep.
And the person
Tell me everything.
Pushes
Did you
his
see
wife
Andrew's
out of
double
the
again?
way and gets
He
sent
told the judge that
back
Mary did
to when
nothing
he was in
wrong.
high school, right?
She's the
And
victim
he's like,
here.
oh, okay, now I just have to avoid
That's
her so
bad.
we
Very,
don't have
very
to get
bad.
married, right?
Yeah.
But as
Shit.
she introduces,
So what happens now?
As she introduces herself,
This
she
helps us.
uses
Has
his
to.
surname when they were
We now know
married,
for
so
sure that
she
we can
also
alter
got
what
transported
happens.
back.
Ah.
You agree
So
with
they're
me?
trying to move on and go like different, they're different ways, but somehow one reason or another end up getting
went down
closer.
just
will
like you
they
said.
fix their relationship, or will they? And I'm like, that sounds very, very interesting.
Yeah, that does. So it's almost like they're fated to be together.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We can't stay. Let's get out of here.
You ever have some ideas that... Well, it's like, I have some biased ideas, right? Of like story... biased ideas of story, right? Because I feel like because I came up with the idea, I'm very biased. Because like... I have a... So I have
Get
a
over
story
here.
idea, right?
You gotta see this.
That I don't necessarily really want to discuss on stream because
This
I
is too
feel like
fucking
the
weird.
whole point of the story it could
This is
be
too
done
much.
well, but
Way too
because
fucking
of me,
much. First, a load of
if
weirdo
it's
witch
done
killers from
well,
ancient
it can
history
be
look just like
executed,
us.
you
Now
know,
we got the
perfectly.
creepy family of the year
but
winners who also look just like us.
because
What the actual fuck?
I'm not good with
does it
executing
mean,
things
though?
properly, and it's a very
You think
touchy
they died
subject.
like the other lookalikes?
I feel like
No clue.
it's better to keep this idea
Who knows what happened?
in the drafts.
Sure.
Maybe we're all stuck in the same nightmare.
We're going to talk about it sometime off stream. We could.
You really want a souvenir
Because it's like, I think
From
this
this night?
is,
from this place?
All I know, I'm keeping hold of this.
it reminds me of another story I had,
What you
right?
said about all this being a nightmare. You mean that?
It's my
It reminds me
nightmare.
of
Why are you guys on?
another story
Any of
I
us can say
had,
the same thing.
and
I don't know what's real here. Are you the real
again,
Andrew?
like,
Come on.
it's a story where I feel like I can't be, like, I'm not good with, like, this certain touchy subject, and I could portray it wrongly.
What's the story here? She leave him for some other guy?
So wait. Who are those people in the photograph?
Maybe
Like, the
You hear that?
first story is like,
right below us.
We need to find a way out
the
of
whole
here.
point of
now.
like, so it's this soldier person, right? And he's a soldier, he's a soldier for very bad people, right?
That's
And
heavy. Andrew,
he really
get
hates
your ass
his
over here and
job,
help me
but
out.
the only reason he's a soldier is because if
What's
he
up?
declined joining, then his friends and family
You take
would
that
be
side, I'll take this
would
side.
suffer, not just
Push
him,
together,
but
right?
they would suffer as well,
Good.
right?
Now,
So like,
push!
it's just this day-to-day. This day-to-day thing of like, hopefully, like, trying his best to just mind his own business and pass through the day, just to,
Hey,
And
are you okay down there?
he finds this. He finds this like it's still like but like the girl isn't necessarily human. And so like he's trying to like basically tie her because the people he works for is those who are different right? And he doesn't want anything bad happening to her. And it's just him trying to like
go!
It's just him trying to be unsuspicious as possible. Because some of his coworkers are more enthusiastic about being horrible with them. He just, because he had a choice, he'd rather just live with his family. Wants it.
I'll do
Yeah, but like it has to highlight red. Yeah.
I wish I knew how to play the game.
Like, well, in your defense, like, when it kind of tells you that stuff, ooh, whoa. It doesn't necessarily tell you exactly what you have to do.
Yeah, I put the arrows over his head and I pressed R2. Wait, no, sorry about that.
Well, it's like, because when, like, I see videos, it shows, like, a whole circle area of where you're supposed to hit, but it's not for my game, apparently. But you get what I mean?
He's gone.
Yeah. And it's like, I can't really... Like, I think I'd do it in poor taste where people won't like the story or the characters in it.
Sure.
So, because of that, I'd rather just leave it in the drafts, right?
Yeah.
Maybe if I can...
Those kind of stories are kind of fun though, like...
They are.
You don't have to like every character in the story.
Yeah. Like, they are fun, and like, as I said, I'm very biased because...
Yeah.
Like, I like the ideas I create, right? Because I will admit, some of my ideas or stories, it's like, you're not... Like, I'll make a story where it doesn't have a happy ending, or it's very sad, or the character's being abused, neglected, whatever, right? And so my idea is like this twisted form of love for the characters, right? I create the idea so that with the lack of love I create the story with, that people on the internet can give the love and love the character more than I've neglected.
Yeah.
And it's like this twisted of like, they'll give you more love than I ever could, because I do love the character.
Yeah.
And like, yes, I could give them a happy ending, but I feel like it won't be as impactful as like, oh, just another happy story. Everyone goes on about their day, right?
Yeah.
That thing looks to have gone, but it could come back any time. We have to keep moving.
You only had 2 characters, and yet you killed both of them.
Yeah, pretty good like that.
I thought that was beetroot.
Yeah.
What? Why is that pink?
Yeah, it's odd.
I think the textures are off.
Yeah,
because it's like you look over here, right?
Nothing is quite that color, hey?
I thought maybe it was like a fancy, like... Maybe there'd be a fancy tree in some otherworld country. But then I realized, with the forest, you see how damp it is, right?
Yeah.
Like these trees.
Oh, there's another red one.
I think for this, some of the textures are like missing.
Yeah, because can you see on the bottom how they've got the normal texture?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, like, if you survived that, right, it would have shown, I don't know if it will still show the funniest thing, but it's like, they'll have the character's place, and for some reason, one of the characters just teleport and scoot, like, across forward without using any walk animation.
That's so fun.
And it's just, because throughout multiple playthroughs, the same thing has happened, and I don't know why they do that. Let me see.
So how far did the game reach?
Oh, definitely like about halfway, or like, kind of like that, but it's like all the way up to the gate, like really. It is just fucking funny. So this is basically the last area.
You see that?
Stay on your toes.
I was just thinking about, like, I always get something stuck in my beard that I don't notice. And I'm pretty sure, like, my mother was checking something, right? And she accidentally scratched me, like, she was trying to, like, check, like, thinking there's something in my beard, right? But the way she did it, hurt me, right? And whether this is defensive or not, my first reaction was accidentally calling her a bird bitch. Because it felt like some bird grabbed their talons and just hit my chin, and then like, a fucking bird bitch, and she's laughing like, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm like, because it's like, because I was just messing with her, right? Because I had her take me somewhere, and just for like donuts or food or whatever. And so basically, I got me and my brother a gift as well as her. I got her like this Gengar keychain because she likes purple things. Yeah. And I'm listening of things she's doing like their crimes, right? Because I got some chicken, right? And I didn't know. She's like, oh, can I have can I see one or whatever, right? And I thought she wanted to look because with the chicken it had these weird, like, white dry worm type things. They're not worms, but it's like rice things, like long rice. And I thought she wanted to see what they are, and she picks it up, picks one of the chicken pieces up, and eats it, right? Yeah. And then she's like, and then I'm like teasing her about it. I'm like, wow, you're robbing me, right? And she's like, oh, well, can I look? If you let me borrow some money, I will like get you some more like food on Tuesday or whatever, right? And then again she accidentally scratches me, so I'm like marking it like robbery, bribery, theft, assault. I got you these gifts, and this is how you repay me. Wow. And she's like, I'm not bribing you. I'm like, sounds like bribery to me. And I'm just teasing her about it, just like you are committing multiple felonies against me just because I got you a gift. Wow, just say you don't. Just teasing
Tell
her.
me you don't want it.
Just she's laughing about it, like, cause like I guess like the whole thing where she stole one of the chicken pieces. I don't know. It's like, I guess a part of it was insincerity, a part of it was because, like, I know there was a lot of pieces, but, like, consider that I spent nearly $12, like, for, like, they say large chicken, right? But it's only large because they have, like, either a small circular Tupperware container or a big one, like that, It's not large because you're clearly having two distinct sizes, right? And, like, I guess, I don't know, a part of me was sincere or, like, in shock that she just picks it up and is like, It's like, I can't believe you do this. You're like, what? Wow. Like, what? What did I do? You robbed me. Like, no, I didn't. But it's like, because I got her, I knew she was going to ask, I thought she was going to ask, like, because if I get some, she's like, oh, can I have one just kidding? So I got, like, $6. Like, oh, 3 for me. I was going to have, like, 5, right? 2 for her, 3 for me. But then they're like, oh, yeah, $6 for donuts. So let's go, 3. So she has 3 full donuts, a keychain gift, and she's still robbing me of my chicken. And I'm like, this is how you repay me. Just like theft, bribery, assault, and like I say it like sarcastically, right? But it's like also like a little bit of blend of sincerity to like just hit it home of like, am I joking, am I not? But like the sarcasm kind of like it's there, but it sounds like it's not there, and that's the fun part.
Totally.
But like it generally like I know she didn't mean it, but like it's like literally right here and scratches down, right? Ouch. And that hurt like with her long nails, right? And I wasn't meaning to call her a bird bitch, but like, it's like felt like talons just like it's just oh geez, sorry. I'm like, you fucking bird bitch. She's like laughing like, oh sorry, I didn't mean to. Just like he's like, oh, just seeing like I didn't mean to like do that, but like I was just seeing if there was something in your beard, and I turned to her sarcastically. I'm like, how did that go, huh?
Yeah.
And she's like, I was just, sorry. It's just like, you missed the mark of just seeing. But yeah, because sometimes, like, I was like, looking in the mirror after washing my hands, and like, around here, right? There's just Cocoa Pops in my beard. I didn't even see. I wouldn't have known if I didn't check the mirror. It's like, I really, like earlier, I just had like this piece of cheese stuck in my beard. I'm like, I really don't like this. And then it doesn't help that she'll joke about like, oh, are you saving that for later?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I know she's joking, but it's like a bothersome thing because of a little bit of the insecurity of like not wanting any facial hair, right?
Yeah.
So it bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
No one in Little Hope is safe while you still draw breath, Joseph. You must die today. Not even your wife Amy was spared your lust to serve Satan.
Also, right? We apparently we don't need to buy a bed no more.
Oh, okay.
Because apparently, like I'm not trying to say, it's a family member's name, but I can't remember how their family.
Sure.
Grandmother, mother, some distant family, right? Yeah. And basically, every now and then, she helps us out, right? Yeah. Whenever we're struggling and we pay her back, right? Apparently, she's buying my mother and my brother like beds, right? Yeah. Beds and mattresses, and she like. So my mother's like, I know, you're gonna say no, but before you say no or whatever, just hear her out, right? And I'm like, well, since I need a bed, there's really no reason to decline, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, and if it's not to your liking, we can look for another one, right? Where the first one wasn't really to my liking because it was basically, it had drawers but no like bottom thing that I'm looking for.
Yes, yeah.
And the second one we kind of agreed on. I think it's the one you showed me where it's like it has like a gap behind, but there's kind of like a metal thing that's kind of like two separate areas.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's good enough for me as long as it,
Mm-hmm.
So like, I shouldn't. I might not have to like pay for anything other than like new pillows.
That's awesome. That's great.
So like the way it's like, so there's the bed, the mattress, the mattress sheet, a first blanket to put over the mattress because I don't like the sheets because they irritate me. I'm not good with what's the word, humidity.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like I can deal with the heating outside and stuff. But it's like very strong concentrated parts of like sometimes they'll have heat out there and I can stay out there for a little bit, but for some reason after a while my whole body starts itching and I want to rip off my skin. Like it's like everywhere. It's like, and I can't get it. And that's why when my laptop's being slow out there, I have to kind of I gotta wait till they don't have it on or don't edit at all because I can't handle, and I don't know if that's just me, because they always complain that it's cold down here. Yes, it's cold, but it's not cold, right? Yeah. And I think they're more used to the heat up there where the cold, and I don't know if that's something medically wrong with me. Like, I can go outside, I can go for walks, I can do all that. For some reason, that type of heat doesn't bother me, or most of the time. Yeah. But very concentrated humidity in one room drives me insane. Like, it bothers me, right?
I would say that sounds like something potentially to talk to Ali about, because one of the things that she could help you with is to find out because some sheets for beds are more breathable, which means that they won't, because air passes through them more, they stay cooler.
I was just thinking of getting like another blanket and kind of have it layered over the sheets, so that way that will be used as that, and then I can use this as the blanket, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Because it's like sometimes, like most of the time here, I can deal with the cold, right? But sometimes it's a little bit too chilly, and when that does that, I go up there and just stay there for a little bit, just that have move, because I can feel my feet freezing, I can feel my hands freezing. Despite all this, I'm trembling, even though this oversized fucking blanket.
Yeah.
And it's like, most of the time, it's perfectly fine, right? And again,
But wouldn't it be good if it was fine all of the time?
yeah. So it's not, and it's I feel like, at least, again, I'd rather stay down here when I'm cold like that than having to go up there, because I can put on more layers of clothing, but I can't take anything off underneath the skin.
Yeah.
So it's it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel I don't know if that's a medical thing or that's just me overthinking.
You're not fit.
This is good for kind of sitting and laying down out
There is still
there.
fight in you.
Because out there, I don't really have to
for the
worry
safety
about
of
my
everyone here.
pillows being just right. And I kind of want to move it back out there when I get a
Do you
proper
renounce
bed.
the devil and all his teachings?
I carry no sin. I'm no disciple of the devil. Our town is infected
I still
with madness.
question this scene a lot, right?
Saints, servants.
So,
We have to stop this.
So, they're putting rocks on them one by one, right?
Yeah.
But these people, Andrew, Angela, and John are really struggling to take the rocks off one by one. There's three of them, and there's only 2 guards putting more rocks on them, right?
More stones! The devil must be crushed from within him. Do not flinch. The fate of Little Orc rests in your hands.
See, look. And I don't think they're that strong. They look pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
What I don't understand, though, is why does this crush him, right? Because... hear me out, right?
Yep.
Logically, the 3 of us took 3 rocks off, right?
Yeah.
And 2 guards put 2 more rocks on. But, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
The 2 rocks crushed him while we took 3 of the rocks off. That would have had still more room, you know? And you could literally just keep playing it back and forth. There's only 2 of them, and I doubt any of the other villagers are strong. Carver looks very weak, just talks a load of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's more like a game
There's
of
no way out
we
from
can
this
take
nightmare.
off more rocks than they can put on.
Time for
Yeah.
what?
Look,
John! What are you doing?
I'm done running. Time for payback for Taylor and Daniel.
Are you crazy? We gotta move!
John, please hurry!
Come on, you fuck! I'm ready.
Working bastard. You know, apparently they added some fucking Dead by Daylight? No, is it? They fucking added Lara Croft. What? They added Lara Croft to Dead by Daylight. Right, okay.
How's that feel, fucker? I think it's locked. Get inside! Get in here! We gotta go! Like now! This thing is only interested in me! Get out of here! Go! I'll hold it back!
You can get away! Escape! I did! You don't have to do this!
This is stupid! Get out of there!
Yeah, so if I picked Fearful, I would have to do the tapping thing.
I don't see it anymore.
At least for this section. I don't know why, that lighting of when his eyes are in the shadow is a really cool thing. I don't know if that's intentional, but that's still really cool.
Where in God's name are we now?
Place looks like it burned down. Something here isn't right.
What's new? Nothing here feels right.
The ruined house from the start.
You're gonna want to see this.
Angela and I were married.
This makes less and less sense.
Well, I thought that would increase their relationship, but I guess not.
But maybe to decrease their relationship.
That's true. I don't know, I thought the window was like the fucking Crowley dude like pressed up against the window.
True, yeah.
Like you see the like outlines out there?
Yeah.
Like I genuinely thought I was like, what the fuck is he doing? It's not a secret. Everyone knows about it.
You hear that?
I did. Can only be the girl. Let's go find her.
Fascinating. I love seeing the differences.
She's in here.
Because usually it would be Taylor and Andrew up here, not Taylor,
Stay here.
not Andrew and Angela.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Bigfoot, mind the goddamn vinyl, will ya?
Andrew? What are you doing?
I really can't take that one seriously.
No, wait.
It's like the white people who
Wait, this isn't right. No way.
I assure all gathered here today that our town will be free of the devil's grasp. Together, by God's grace, Little Hope will prevail.
I'm not saying they
My
can't
word
be
on
white pupils,
This
I just
court
think
is
they could have
hastily
done better.
convened, but with good reason.
It's
If
like
we
the
are to
texture
finally
of
rid
painting
ourselves of
like
the
a
evil
base
which
white,
has
which
infested
has
the vault,
that
then we must
lumpy
act
texture.
today. I accuse you, Mary, of witchcraft. What say you, Reverend?
The evidence, as discovered through my investigation,
Yeah,
is
so
beyond question.
It seems that I might be
Mary
right,
uses her
so-
puppet as a familiar to summon and
Because again,
serve the devil.
like,
We have been deceived by
I
a
believe
child
Taylor's
by her
supposed to be
guise of
here, but,
innocence.
you kind of
This
killed her.
puppet was mistakenly used to denounce Tabitha, but it has
What a
always
fucking
belonged to
goofy-ass
Mary
hat.
and Mary alone. She allowed her own kin to be executed as she watched in silence.
That is not so.
Why
Liar.
is
Now
the
this
hat
takes
so
the
high?
child. This creature of Satan has the marrow to accuse me, a man of God, of wrongdoing.
Whatever she pulls,
Oh, no,
do not
she's
fall for her little girl act. She may be a child, but there's no doubt she means harm. She's malicious.
It was never my intention to bring harm to this town or its people. Can you not help me?
What can I do?
Her.
If I could do something to stop this, I
Is that who
would.
you're talking about?
Now in her hour of
Oh,
greatest
you're gonna
need,
help.
this child of the damned pleads once more
Yeah,
for
I'm
the devil.
talking about, like, usually Taylor's here, not Angela.
I beg the
Because
court's
I'm thinking, how much are the, how much are the actors, paid for dialogue?
True.
You think it's like, oh, a little, okay, some big differences, this person died instead, yada yada. But no, individual acts that I would never see on my own.
Yeah.
You gotta think of all the other, dialogue we haven't heard because it's circumstance.
Mm.
And it's like, if they're being paid per dialogue, how much are they making? How much have they made?
Please guide me at this time.
This
Seek your counsel.
and Mary alone, and it is the devil's
We have to stop this. The only madness is right here in this court. Carver, he's the evil one. We have been swayed by malice. The truth hidden from us, but not by Mary. Reverend Carver is the one urging us to believe in the devil.
Be silent.
This is all
You'll
his
not deceive
doing.
us any longer. Your true purpose is plain to see. I will see this town purged of all evil.
He's right. Listen to what he's saying. Carver is to blame.
What must I do to bring Little Hope back into the light? I must fear the Reverend and what he is capable of. You have to stop Carver. It's him, don't you
Angela
get it?
backed you up.
He's condemning Mary to take the heat off
She's
himself.
he's right, listen to him.
I know what must be done here.
Whereas, usually, if Taylor would be like, no, you got it all wrong. She's the, so-and-so. She's the one who's,
Be
didn't
still.
actually expect her to,
What is the
back us
meaning
up.
of this outrage?
So, the differences are very intriguing. Because I feel like Angela's going based off of her head rather than her heart. Well,
What
Taylor's
I have
vice
just
versa.
learned sickens me to my core. There are serious questions which must be asked of you. How
I
can a
also
man
feel
of
like the
God
reason
conduct himself in
people
such
that
a way?
have faces is because
Mary,
he
your
kind of
suffering is at an end. You are
they're
free
kind
to
of
leave.
Fool!
similar to like the
Misled by a
like
child!
The
Do you
cop
not
at the
see
start,
what she
right?
is?
Yeah.
The
How
truth stares at you from the
Jojo
depths
looks
of
like
hell,
the
yet
dude
you
at the
see
start, but
nothing.
everyone else that is
The
on
devil's
board
daughter
is
has
like
deceived you
mannequins
all.
from the,
Not
the,
me.
The,
I
the
see
witch
her.
movie.
I see her.
And they
Satan's
also move
whore.
around kind of like that. They're like stiff
Heavenly
side to side
crimes.
rather than like a live
I was
motion
one of the
because
first to
they're
fall under
mannequins.
your spell. Now all of Little Hope is mesmerized by you.
I have not the words. Without you, I would be dead. You saved me. I shall remember you all my days.
But I didn't save you.
But I didn't save you.
That's weird.
That's a weird thing to say.
I can't believe it's finally over. You protected the girl, and you were right about the priest. He was the genuinely evil one. Let's get out of here.
Tell me what happened. You see the girl, Mary?
I think finally, this whole nightmare is over.
She has that pink eye. Digging around in the fucking sewers, that has to give you a pink eye.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, it's Vince.
I'm real sorry.
Ooh.
I know it wasn't your fault.
Check this out.
Both of us been through some real tough time these past years.
Who's he with?
About half a mile or so, there's a diner with a working phone. You call for help and you leave this place. And don't you ever come back.
Wait, is this the end?
Ain't nothing left here for you.
The biggest plot twist. But you probably won't understand it since you haven't played the intro.
Well, he was in the bar, right?
Yeah.
So what's the plot twist?
I'm real sorry for what I've put you all through.
Do you want to tell him?
Just wait.
We've all had one hell of a rough night. You more than anyone.
That's gonna haunt me forever.
You're not alone here.
Take it easy on
We've
yourself.
all been through
You know
hell.
that, right?
We're finally getting out of this
Can't
hell.
blame yourself.
Oh.
I just wish we all could have made it.
Fascinating.
What's that?
Something I just realized.
We're diverting all traffic through Little Hope.
Is the bus driver from the start.
Oh.
Seem a little
No, but like
confused.
his I'll say
Yeah,
after
I'm
this
fine.
point, right? Because the bus driver.
I just want to get these
went
folks
missing.
where they need to be.
Ah.
I doubt a short delay
Check
will
this
trouble him
out.
too much.
Can everyone just shut up? This isn't helping us find help or getting us out of here. Hi there. How you doing? Excuse me, but we're looking for our bus driver. What? Have you seen him?
Yeah, that's funny. Sounds like you could use a drink.
Better not, thanks. I need to keep a clear head. You shouldn't be drinking right now. I don't think it's a good idea.
Drinking's all I got left.
Anything you can do to help us would be greatly appreciated.
There's no goddamn us.
So, you know what characters actually existed?
They did exist. If there's time, do you wanna play the intro?
I don't mind.
Hurry up!
Like, you don't mind as in you're not interested, or?
What the hell
like
is
now that
going
I played
on
the
in
game,
there?
I'm like, I just kind of want to know what happened.
Get the hell out of here! I'll go once I look you in the eye. Now let me in! Hey!
I don't think he gets how bad a mess we're in.
That's it. Game over. You're done. For now, at least. You could always try again, see if you can
Are the
get
roll results
a different
or
result.
is it always finished with the bus driver?
Not a bad effort. Some found
There are
revenge,
other
some
results.
didn't. All your doing.
I think there's like
And
two
you
endings.
eventually
where you finish as Andrew and
found
two,
him.
then and
The
every
bus
other thing is you finish. with
Maybe
the
he
bus
can
driver.
now put the past behind him.
Because if you manage, so like the two endings are really
Until
the
we
same,
meet
but one
again.
difference, right?
Maybe
Where it's
in
like
the
you have to
Arabian desert.
Have everyone get killed,
Maybe
right?
somewhere else.
And
But we will meet again.
have everyone get killed, and basically,
At
if
least
you
one
save
more time.
Mary, like if you got the gun and save Mary, you know, failing to save everyone, he pulls the gun to his head and is about to pull the trigger, but Mary stops him, right? But the other ending basically is the same, but if you condemn Mary, her spirit screams at you and you blow your brains out.
Wow, okay.
I think the best ending is where you save everyone.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, sorry I couldn't save you. You know, I just wish you were here. And they're like, we'll always be here. Where would you?
So is the idea that everyone on the bus died and the driver got away?
No, so basically, at the start of basically
Won't you spare me over for another year?
Mary was the Salem witch trial of your deceased sister. Because at the start of the game, it teaches you how to play, right? And kind of a spirit is like, evil spirit's kind of there, but it literally has no correlation. She kind of puts her doll on the fire. Like, basically, you start a match for the kettle, and she puts her doll there, and that basically sets off the events of your basically how they died represents how they get killed in the game, right? Where the mother, which basically the characters you're with are, whether as I interpret it, is you know how I talked about the regrets, right? The Salem Witch Trial of the regrets of John, where I think all the other main characters are Andrew's regrets because they're representation of his family that died, right? Where the mother had a bath, right? And she kind of suffocated like Angela, her double drowned, right? Where it's like Daniels was in the attic, and as he was trying to escape the window, he slips on the slippery roof and impales himself on the metal fences, like how his double died is like covered in like this, this like sharp things. Mary, or your sister basically burned in the house, right? You couldn't save anyone.
Yeah.
And Taylor's one basically has the choice of like you can have her try and climb down the water pole thing, the metal pole down the side of the house. She tries to do that and then accidentally hangs herself with her scarf. Or she can go back inside and burn, and then her character will be burned at the stake.
Okay, yeah.
And basically Vince was basically your sister's boyfriend. And because he went outside, because the only reason he survived is because he went outside because Taylor, or your sister, was calling for help because Maria locked her out, right?
Yeah.
And you go to try and go back inside, but you were locked out. And as I said, like, he had the matches, right? And he believed he caused it.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I think they are his regrets, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I think at the end he said, she's like, you saved me, but he's like, I didn't save you, because that was Maria's regret. And, and he didn't save his sister, so he's like, I didn't save you, right?
Okay.
And, like, basically, most endings, if you save anyone, right, it doesn't matter who you save. When you save anyone, they're basically, it's not your fault, you need to move on, and basically you're constantly being haunted, right?
Yeah.
But with the good ending, where if you quote-unquote save everyone, you kind of, like, I believe that you cleared your regrets and they moved on to a, better place, and you could move on without this heavy rock being dragged into a deep ocean of regret. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
And it's like very, what's the word? It's a little philosophical.
Yep.
And I really like that about the game, right? And as I was saying, I never noticed that on the patch that you grew up to be the bus driver, right?
Yeah.
And the bus driver is Andrew, right? And the patch on the side said ferryman, with the souls following
you. Yeah.
And I just thought that, like, because, you can either, like, help them move on, or you can condemn them to a worse, fate.
Yeah.
And I think that's a real, like, every time I replay this game, there's more details I love about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such, it's cool. A beautiful game.
What would you like to do now?
I'm just waiting because after the trailer for the next game, that's when the achievement should unlock.
Okay.
Or the achievements, depending.
Did you want to do the desk today?
If we have time, yeah.
So I'll have to drive home and get my tools, because I didn't think we'd be doing it today.
Ah, my bad.
You believe in God?
Absolutely not.
We'll start believing.
Is it the Arabian Death? I just thought it would be
We are under attack by.
Well, he said that maybe I'll see you in the
You wouldn't believe me even if I try.
I'm
Hell,
assuming that's what it is.
I don't believe it, and I was there.
This is House of Ashes.
And has it come out yet?
It has come.
souls of the
dead
went deep
Nope.
underground to the House of Ashes.
Mostly because, as I said, with
where they lived on dust, plagued.
whole consistency, because I played this and the previous game with a friend, right? Or an ex-friend where it's confusing because I did consider him a friend, but I thought it was better. Oh fuck! Who read the most?
That's funny.
So I read the most.
And I had the most relationship decreases. That's funny. Shows most head decision. True.
Yeah, but it's like he's a good person, but like due to his autism, he's a bit problematic, right?
Okay.
Mostly because he has Tourette's, right?
Mhm.
And
I think, is this the person you've told me about before? Who
I think so. Yeah.
Says things on stream that you don't.
Yeah. And it's like, I know he means well because of his Tourette's. He can't control what he says, right?
Yeah.
And the way he describes it is sometimes he'll have a certain word that he would not focus on, but that would be like what he was stuck on, and then he'll find a new word to focus on, and then kind of go from there. And unfortunately for me, the word he was most likely stuck on was the N word.
Okay.
And it's like,
and is he white?
Yeah.
Or non-black?
He is white.
Yeah.
And it's like, I want to believe he's a good person, right?
Mm.
And it's like, but a part of me kind of feel like, I believe he has Tourette's, but I feel like a part of me also believes he's full of shit.
Mm.
Mostly because, like, I can't really say, like, what is, and because I don't have Tourette's. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
But I feel like a part of me feels like maybe that was just an excuse to say the word to be funny, right?
Mm.
But I don't think he's a bad person, and I want to believe. But it's like,
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
It just, I can't comprehend like people having Tourette's and using slurs, right?
Yeah.
But I don't have Tourette's myself, so I can't really say shit. And it makes me feel like a bad person, For like, yeah, that's not what a real Tourette's would be like, because I wouldn't know. But it just doesn't feel real,
Mm.
Damn, only one achievement. Finish movie night, so I didn't get... Yeah, maximize Angela and John's relationship. Yep, I didn't get that.
Oh.
Yeah, so like the thing is, out of consistency, I kind of want to continue the series with him if he can control himself, right? Because I didn't really cut him off completely, but like I see him more as an acquaintance rather than refer to him as a friend.
Yes, okay.
And like I have him blocked on Discord because when I did have him as a Discord friend, he would send me like heinous images in the form of what he found was funny, and it just was just very grotesque, and I just didn't want to be seeing such things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you think?
I think it's really tricky to
like,
know, you know.
Do you think should I continue try and get him to play the games with me, or just move on and try and focus on other people to play with?
Because it's hard, isn't it? I think it depends. Like, you kind of have to decide for yourself where your boundaries are. You could say to him, "Hey, I want to play these games, and I understand you can't control this, but if this happens again during the stream, I will have to stop the stream." Or do you know, like, coming up with some kind of like.
Because like he's a genuinely funny person, and I'm more seeing this through the lens of entertainment-wise, right? Because I feel like I can make some funny remarks, and he can make some funny remarks that makes me laugh, which makes him laugh, and that adds to the content, right?
Okay, yeah.
But the whole thing of like the certain words with the Tourette's is a real drawback.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing would be like completely scuffed, and I would have to private it until I can edit it out, and I don't have, because my laptop's shitting itself, and I don't have the patience for it to boot up and all this, and it's like, you get what I mean? It's like, out of, like, I'm seeing it through the lens content-wise and consistency, but is my views wrong in the way I'm seeing it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I thought I'd ask. But I get what you're saying. It's really up to me, and it's like that's a hard choice.
Yeah, of course.
Because it's not as black and white, you know.
No, it isn't.
Because I don't think he's a bad person, but it's not easy to exactly tell.